you don't mind, we made some tea. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the bloke you're stealing from. The name's Alistair Rigby, but as far as you're concerned... And I'm Willy fucking Wonka, and you're taking a shit in my fucking chocolate factory. Easy, boss. Don't get upset. When I have to go to the dentist, I'm upset. When Liverpool beats Arsenal, I'm upset. But when some little shit decides to take over one of the most profitable territories in the country, I'm beyond fucking upset. I'm very fucking upset. So, from now on, you're under new management. You will work for me, and in return, you'll receive an allowance.
Allowance?
Yes, allowance. As in, I'm allowing you to keep 10%, and I'm allowing you to keep drawing breath on this earth. Now, you either get down, or you lay down. What's it gonna be, sunshine?
This wasn't no movie. The smart thing was to say yes, get up, and leave the room. But then I thought to myself, what if this was a movie? Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay-ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap-ass cigars, fuck your yuck-mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
I think this one spent so much time at the cinema. Teach this cheeky bastard a lesson.
Nobody fucking move!
Oh man, this is bad.
What is this? A casting call for the Sopranos reunion? Do me a favour, tell room service nobody here ordered the extra large whop with a...
How do you think a boy evolves into a man? Some will say age or advancing in life and getting older. That couldn't be further from the truth. There's a saying that age is just a number, and rightly so. You will come across 50-year-olds that still behave like uneducated 12-year-old boys. On the other hand, you might come across 12-year-old boys who behave and carry the wisdom of a 50-year-old. Age alone doesn't make you a man. Your masculinity is a direct result of your experiences, expectations, and habits, which we will discuss in just a moment. A wise man once said, "The demise of our culture will result from the demise of its directionless and devastated men." Male suicide rates have increased 3 to 4 times higher than female suicide rates. Men are more likely to become alcoholics and commit crimes. They face various challenges in society and are confused about their role. In every civilization, girls become women by reaching physical maturity, but boys have to pass a test. Listen to that again. Girls become women by reaching physical maturity, but boys have to pass a test. This doesn't mean that girls should miss out on gaining experiences and wisdom. But unlike a man, they don't carry a burden of passing the evolution test. Take note of the men who you truly respect in your life. It's not age alone that has helped them reach this point. They need to demonstrate courage, physical skills, and mastery in each area. Men always had to prove their competence as protectors of women and children. Here is the harsh reality. Men are often portrayed as incompetent, immature, or self-absorbed in Hollywood films, cable shows, and even commercials. These messages directly affect the subconscious mind of our young boys. If you are a boy listening to this video, start by rethinking your approach to life. Question yourself whether or not you are practicing habits that will radically set you apart from the decaying norm. Let's discuss 6 of those habits that will turn boys into men. Number 1. Think beyond yourself. Little kids look to their parents for all the answers. They almost discover the rules of life by the time they become teenagers. Many never mature out of this stage and remain incredibly narcissistic. They believe that others are better than them or end up exaggerating their talents. Once you feel even the slightest need to make the other person feel inferior to you, you have already taken a step back from masculinity. You break the very code of brotherhood that builds men. Brotherhood is allowing everyone to feel equal and respected. Of course, this doesn't mean that you need to buy into the opinions of all. Because truth be told, some people may genuinely be stupid or brainwashed. But there should be no deliberate action from your side that tries to put the other person down. If anything, it should be to lift the other person up and out of their brainwashed state. This is the code of service that we discuss a lot on this channel. Masculinity is based entirely on service, serving yourself and others. To increase your overall consciousness, you need to move beyond self-consciousness. This way you will see the brilliance of humanity. One of the best ways to develop this habit is by traveling. In fact, try to travel alone at least once. Explore the world and experience new cultures. Number 2, always be honest. Ever wondered why you lie? Simple. Because you are scared of something. It could be a teacher who you are trying to hide something from. You are scared of ending up in a detention, so you lie. Whenever you lie, it's nothing short of a surrender to your fears. When people find it hard to trust you, then once again, you have taken a step back from your duty as a man. Honesty will get you to places in life that being clever never will. So never lie to anyone about anything. Sometimes you might be scared to hurt the other person's feelings, so you end up not telling the truth. But you know what's worse? Someone who believes you and later finds out you lied to them. Remember, it takes a lot to gain someone's trust, but takes only a small slip of the tongue to break it. When you gain it, do not lose it. When you lie just once and get caught, the chances of regaining trust in this case are close to impossible. It's like a piece of tape. When you stick it on the wall the first time, it will have the strongest grip. But what happens if you take that sticky tape off the wall and try to put it back on? The grip will never be the same again. Honesty can't be bought with money. If you offer someone $100 for honesty, they will accept it and stab you in the back as soon as someone else offers them $200. Number 3, speak to everyone. With the rise of the internet, texting, and countless social applications, people barely speak in person. Young boys can't even carry on a normal conversation. They are afraid of talking to people. The less you talk to people, the more you will fear doing it. This will cost you heavily in life later. Because remember, when it comes to success, it's not always about what you know, but who you know. The remedy to this problem is simple, and that is to speak to everyone. This doesn't mean you start going up to everyone you see in public to start a conversation. Instead, go and have small conversations with people whenever there is an opportunity. For example, if you are going to a mart to buy shaving blades and notice a guy grab some you have never tried before, ask them whether those blades are any good. The purpose of this questioning and conversation isn't to make friends, but to eliminate your fear of talking to people. Put your phone away and start talking to people. At first it might feel awkward, but the more you repeat this habit over and over again, you will notice your personality begin to morph into a likable social man. Remember, there's no such thing as an introvert. These are labels that become limiting thoughts. You become whatever you think and practice. Period. Number 4, maintain your hygiene. Brush your teeth and use a tongue scraper to remove the gunk that sticks to the back of your tongue after meals. Perform these actions at least twice a day, because caring for your mouth would not just keep your breath fresh, but will also save you money in the later stages of life. Young boys in particular are quick to neglect oral care. Some men don't even brush twice a day. In fact, you may come across men that never even brush. You may have had those encounters with your teacher that had such a bad and foul smell come out of their mouth that you never asked them for help. This is the exact opposite of how you want people to react to you. Hygiene is the simplest and easiest way to level up yourself. Start using a tongue scraper and brush twice a day. Your future self will thank you. You won't have to go to the dentist for fixtures and avoid paying hefty fees. Shower at least once per day. Cut your nails on time and keep your hairstyle clean. These habits are part of self-improvement that are the easiest to do. It's not like the gym or building up charisma, where you need to practice them for months or years. Number 5, stop playing video games. There are both positive and negative aspects of playing video games. From our early days of boyhood, we have a strong and natural need for accomplishment and challenge. This is something video games offer. They have different levels to achieve and rewards for completing them. This is why both young and older boys can easily become addicted to them. But this is where things take a dark turn. You become uninterested in achieving rewards and completing different levels in the real world. You start devoting all your energy to leveling up in a digital world and end up neglecting your responsibility of leveling up in the real world. You would be surprised to learn that many divorces are filed by women because their husband prefers video games over them. An addiction to the screen also means that the man would rather watch pornography over real sex with his wife. Over the coming years, video games are only going to become more realistic and addicting, and society will promote them as a healthy way to escape reality. But that's exactly what you want to avoid. Don't try to escape reality. Instead, live it to the fullest. And finally, number 6, take responsibility for your life and set your standards high. Sometimes when boys feel like they are not needed, they do not flourish. You might start believing that you are only good for staying in your parents' basement. Don't let your limiting beliefs stop you from achieving your purpose. Men go out of their way to take on challenges and responsibility. Set your standards high in life. Stop playing the victim card in life, like society tries to do at each and every failure of theirs. Stop blaming the world, your parents, school, or the challenges you have faced in life. It is not going to solve your problems and will keep you stuck and bitter. Instead, take a step back and mentally map out your life, because it leads to physical creation. Then it's time to put your thoughts into actions. Carefully craft your life with intention. Write down your goals. Read them, rewrite them, and reread your goals often. Once your mind is occupied by your goals, your reality is soon to catch up to them. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.
Fella, you know what you're having? It's called a nightmare. You know what a nightmare is? Well, that's all this is. Why don't you run on back to your room before that man jump out the closet and chop your little head off? Sensitive.
You call that being sensitive? Let me give you a little history on Kevin Dunn. Both of his parents are dead.
Car accident, 1989. Lived in the Chester orphanage till 1991 when the school adopted him. I know all about it.
Well, then you should also know that the last thing he needs right now is a sadistic father figure scaring the life out of him.
Maybe what he needs is for you to pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow up.
Excuse me? What did you say?
I didn't stutter. I said, pop your titty out his mouth and stop babying him.
I don't call it babying. I call it nurturing.
And I call it neutering.
And I call you an insecure, overbearing, psychopathic, dictatorial, egomaniacal, frigid, lunatic asshole!
I ain't Bridget.
He's still there!
You wanna see nurturing? You in there? If he's still in there, he ain't happy.
What was that?
Major Payne just terminated that Batman with extreme prejudice! And if he's still in there, he ain't happy.
You run on back to bed. The bad band ain't gonna bother you no more.
Thank you, Major. I love you.
What's your anger, boy? You plotting on me?
No, sir!
Don't you know I can snap your neck in 20 different places?
Major, it's okay. He's just trying to show you some affection.
I don't like it. Make me feel all funny. Did I give you permission to sneeze, Opie?
No, sir.
Then you hold it in, you big-eared turd. Otherwise, I'll kick your ass back to Mayberry. Oh, I see we have a sickly boy on our hands. Well, we're gonna have to boost your immune system, son. Drop down. Give me 25. Push up now. Count 'em out.
1, sir.
Bleep, 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 bleep. What are you laughing at, pig boy? You find a piece of candy in your pocket?
No, sir.
What's your name, Tubby?
He's good, sir.
He's cool. You know, you remind me of the doughboy. If I poke your stomach, will make you go, ooh. You know what? I'm gonna help you make room for lunch, bacon boy. Drop down, give me 30 sit-ups right now. Let's go. Count 'em out. Let me see that belly roll. 1, Tubby.
1, sir.
Come on, pork chop. 2, Chubby.
You's a pure genius. Who you? Red Fox? No, better yet, you Richard Pryor, ain't you?
What's your name, girlfriend?
Dwight Williams, but boys call me Dick, so you call me Dick.
D, huh?
Yeah, brother?
You like the way I handle these white boys, D.
Oh, yeah.
It make you feel good to see a black man run thing, huh?
Malcolm X.
But let me tell you something, D.
Yeah, brother?
Why don't you come closer? I am not your damn brother! Now drop down, give me 20 squat thrust now!
Once.
What are you looking at, ass?
Something, sir!
You plotting on me, boy?
No, sir!
Well, let me tell you something, ass. Let me tell you all something. War has made me very paranoid. And when a man gets the eyeball at me, it makes my agent orange act up. And I get the urge to kill. Do you understand me?
Sir, yes, sir!
Do you all understand me?
Sir, yes!
Now you salute me.
No.
You hit that boy again, I'm gonna do more than salute you.
This is between me and my son.
Stepson.
Whoever he is, he's on my time now. I'm asking you nicely. Please return to your vehicle. You go on now. Going back to your bunk, son.
Major Payne, sir.
Yeah.
I want to get that trophy, sir.
Come again?
I want to get that trophy, sir.
But you want to steal it?
No, sir.
You want to win it?
I want to earn it, sir.
The rest of you men feel the same way? Meet me on the parade ground 1700 hours. We got work to do.
Squad, attend hut!
From being on you like white on rice and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm. I will put my foot so far up your ass the water on my knee will quench your thirst.
There's no joy without pain. There's no sunshine without rain. You need up and down. This is how the world works.
As a man, you must build yourself. And I agree that society puts huge pressure on men and it's time for men to perform. As a man, you either perform or you don't. There's no safety net. The men who say, I can't feel like it, cannot compete with the men who do not say that. And it is player versus player. The man who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the man who goes to the gym when he feels like going to the gym. And it's player versus player.
A good man controls himself. I have absolute self-control. Emotional control is absolutely and utterly important as a man. You need to understand as a man, there are certain principles under which you act regardless of how you feel. Bam. I can wake up in a terrible mood. Yes. I can wake up sad, I can ache, I can have a busy day, stressed, etc. I will complete the same tasks as if I woke up in a fantastic mood. I'll do the same things because how I feel has no bearing on the things I'm going to do in my day because I have duty to myself. There is no light without dark. You will not appreciate your six-pack unless you didn't have one. And you had to earn it. That's how the world works. So when I talk to these dudes like, oh, but it's, you know what, Tate, yeah, I agree, but you know, it's hard. Of course it is, it's supposed to be. And if you're not cut out for it, then fuck off and live a normal existence and die. Sit there, letting other men enjoy the spoils of being a man and fucking die. If that's what you want to do, is just sit there and exist and then fade into history unremembered, that's your decision. If you want to level up your character, then you need to get out here and do it. You need to be around brave men, you need to get some balls, you need to get your network together, You need to be paying attention, listen to the truth, humble yourself, stop sitting there with an ego. That's the game. But I made myself this way. I wasn't born this way. I absolutely and utterly made myself this way. And any single one of you men out here can do the same thing.
I was always looking for, I wouldn't say happiness or contentment, but I was always looking to try and break out of the 9 to 5, just the normal monotony of day-to-day life. I think that men have a very unique life path, and it's very difficult to try and achieve status as a man. It's not easy to stand out from the crowd. And even what women expect of an important man, you need to be smart, charismatic, intelligent, strong, have a nice car, nice apartment, good network, good friends. You need to be able to handle stress. You need to be competent. There's so many things you need to be able to do. It's difficult for a young man to even have all these things. You need to start leveling up your mentality, your spirituality. You need to level up your ability, physicality. There's so many different ways you can level up, like a video game character, right? Once you have all the unlimited money, you can then start ticking all the stats boxes.
Knowledge.
When guys say to me, okay, well, how do I make women respect me? I say, well, how do you respect yourself? That's the first thing. No one's gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. Do other men respect you? Like, what? Yeah. How do you act in a way that commands respect from anybody? I say, look, if you focus on yourself and make yourself being who you are, being a high-value male, women will detect it and it won't be so difficult for you.
You have to respect yourself first. And how does a woman respect a man? When she sees that he respects himself and other men respect. You need to understand that the world you live in as a man, in my personal view, has been very purposefully constructed. And it's been constructed in a way to destroy your masculine power. And the future of the world, especially in the West, is a further encroachment on your sovereign ability, your sovereign thoughts, your base instincts, the things that make you happy. Absolutely nobody is concerned with male happiness on any level. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable. A miserable slave in a tax bracket. And you have to understand this. And the only way you can combat against it is to take significant action. You have to take significant action. You have to use the internet. It's the tool they're using. The internet is the tool they're using to brainwash the masses. You need to combat it and use their own tool against them to seek out the kind of information, knowledge, and friends that you need to have around you. You are going to be the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So that, if everyone understands that, as an intelligent person, you're going to be extremely careful and you're going to curate heavily the 5 people you hang around with. So you need to be aware of what's happening around you, and you need to create for yourself a social network of people who understand that and are doing their best to combat that. That is the most basic imperative of the masculine frame, which has been destroyed in real time. They are trying to convince you that you should act how you feel. You should show more of your feelings. If you feel this way, you should show it. If you want to cry, cry. Look, I have no problem with guys crying. What I'm saying is the reason they're trying to bring out emotionality in you is most of the time you don't feel like doing the things you're supposed to do. But the true masculine frame throughout history was doing the things they didn't want to do, but they knew they had to do because they had honor and duty. When you remove self-control from men, not only do you get emasculated weak men, but what you also get is very dangerous men. There are actually far less genuinely high-value men than there are pretty girls. You can go to any club in any country in the world. I've been to 72 countries. You can go to any club in any country in the world and see pretty girls. If you're gonna find a young, in shape, smart, tall, intelligent, rich man, it's extremely difficult to find. And that man has options. He has more options than a beautiful girl. And I'll tell you something, there's always been a large proportion of men in the world who made the choice to stay where they are. And life for them wasn't that bad. But as we reach the future and as time goes on, you're gonna notice now that the people who don't chase having a masculine network, if they're not going to be excellent upon themselves and they're not going to be plugged into a serious circle of achievers, their life's going to become terrible. You could just be a normal dude. and your life really wasn't that bad. But now we live in a situation where you just can't just be a normal dude anymore. Being a normal dude is no longer an option.
So as a man, you have to be doing something to try and improve your status. There's lots of different ways to do it, right? But if you're a man with truly no status in society, now it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard. So you have to understand that as a man, you got to gear your life in a certain way. One of the easiest ways to get status is who you know, right? A lot of it's networking, and if you know the right people, you can get some status. It's at least off them to some degree. Every single man on earth with enough work can become one. That's the counter side, right? So there is hope at the end of the tunnel, but you gotta get up and do it.
You know what I truly think a high value man is? Okay, it's a few things, right? So there's the obvious evolutionary triggers. The easiest way to be a high value man is a man who's capable of violence. If you look at it from a biological trigger, it doesn't matter if he's got muscles or he's big or he's tall, whatever. Women understand from a biological perspective, they like a man who can fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if your man had money, a Ferrari, everything, but if you knew for a fact, if any dude stepped to him, he'd get sparked, you wouldn't want it, right? So that's the first thing. We're suffering from cowardice. We talk about all the problems in the world. It's easy to talk about them all, but you could narrow them all down to the exact same thing. Cowardice, masculine cowardice, all of it. All of this is masculine cowardice. That's all it is. You're not gonna be able to imitate being a G. You have to go out there and you have to suffer as a man. You gotta go through trauma to be a G as a man. Too many dudes out here are trying to imitate. That's what all this is. You're talking about game. You're trying to be something you're not. The real game is to be the man. That's game. As a man, you need to go through trauma. You need to go through difficult periods. You need to go through things which are extremely uncomfortable to become any kind of man of value. Every single woman on this panel, if you were to ask her to describe the kind of man she wants, she would describe a man who she thinks makes her feel safe, who is dominating, who is smart, who is charismatic, who is interesting, etc. You cannot be all of those things by accident. Any man who grows up with a very, very easy life, who never goes through anything, who's born with a silver spoon in his mouth is the exact kind of punk which these women don't want to touch, right? As a man, you need to suffer and you will survive, and you need to internalize it, not become a weirdo, accept that the trauma is what's going to make you strong enough to become the kind of man that's respected by society, and you need to use it for your own advantage. As a man, if you have not been through extremely difficult processes, you're never going to be a high value man. So when you ask me that question, the answer is an answer you're not hoping for, because likely you've been avoiding trauma your whole life.
Life is difficult. Everyone has bad news all the time. The things happen to people, and things are going to happen to everyone. And even if you live the perfect life, you're still going to have bad experiences because everything's relative. When people talk about toxic masculinity and all this garbage, and we need to make men more feminine, that's not going to make men. It's not going to make the world safer. Having a whole bunch of men who give in to their emotions instantly is going to create more monsters. The reality of masculinity is controlling your emotions. This is the reality of being a man. The tenets of masculinity since the dawn of time have been, I was afraid, but I did it anyway. This is the tenets of masculinity. Courage. That's what courage is. I was afraid to storm the beaches of Normandy, but I did it anyway. I was afraid to stay on the Titanic, but I did it anyway. This is the whole tenets of masculinity, and now they're saying, oh, if you're afraid, just act afraid, be a pussy. I'm at a point now where I'm working for, it's pointless. Money's just fruitless, I don't need it. But I can't not do it, I have to. I don't know why I am exactly the way I am. Because I'm a very happy person, but I'm not content. Does that make sense? I'm very happy. I'm not miserable. I'm not depressed in any way. I'm super happy, but also I'm not content.
There is no quick fix. There is no replication. There's no way you can falsify on a long enough timeline. So the answer is, if you want to be a man of distinction, you need to go and suffer. That's your answer. One of the only things in this world you can control is your state of mind. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't even control your health. One of the very few things in the world you have genuine control over is your state of mind. You decide if you're a disciplined person. You decide if you're a happy person. You decide if you're a depressed person. These are things that in real time you can affect in your brain. This is all you can control on Earth. If you can't control that, then you're just a feather in the wind. And life's gonna blow you around, and you might land somewhere good, you might land you don't. Nobody knows. I was a 4-time kickboxing world champion. For 12 years, I trained 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I was motivated to train probably about 25% of the time. The rest of the time I went because I am disciplined.
Now come on, guys. There's a bevy of beauties over there just waiting to be swept off their Dr. Shoal. So what do you say, funsters? Let's dance. Well, okay. I'll break the ice. Harv, crank up the music. It's time to do the Urkel. Your knees and stick out your pelvis. I'm telling you, baby, it's better than that. Up to the sky and talk through your nose way up high. Spin and dip and jump and cavort and finish it off with a laugh and snort.
What you gonna do, Willie?
I'm gonna get Urkel.
Why you gonna do that, Willie?
Because he humiliated me.
But you humiliate me every day.
That's different. You're my friend.
Yeah.
Do the Urkel. Do the Urkel.
Do the Urkel.
So look, bro, another reaction video, another Yonde video, another Ghost Gang video, another So Look. No, I'm just playing. I hope everybody all right. Like I told y'all last video, I just dropped 4 new vlogs on the vlog channel. So y'all get, where my drink at? Jeez. I forgot to say Louise. I said, geez, without the Louise. But no, y'all get over there, bro. Yeah, turn me up one time. Discord. We had the dopest session 2 nights ago when I was on live. The link will be up in the description on that. Other than that, we finna get straight into this video. That last video I just did with old boy on the porch was hilarious. If you know, you know. You cracking with this Yonde though.
Next, we go to the Miami-Dade courthouse, where Judge Catherine Fuller's presiding over a bond.
Ugly. Not even. She look mad, bro. Y'all know how y'all can tell? Let's keep it 100. Never mind, I ain't even finna go there. Nope, not even fit, not on duty. Not on duty. Crack with this shit. It just looked like she don't take no mess.
Bond hearing. The defendant, Calvin Lloyd Griffith,
Bro, why you look?
broke into a local school and stole an employee's car.
I'm sitting here, it wants to start loading and shit again.
Y'all please tell me, what are you getting out of breaking into schools? Tell me. They have nothing. The most valuable thing up in the school, bro, is probably what? The desk, maybe, or the board?
Yeah.
What's the most valuable thing inside of a school? The net on the basketball rim. What are you breaking? He looks stupid. I stereotype. Bro is dumb. He can't read, write, none of that. Oh well. Ghost, how you gonna say that? Just like y'all say stuff about me, you think I'll let it get to me? So Calvin Lloyd Griffin, if it got to you, don't let it get to you. But if it got to you, already let it get to you. So you can't let it.
Pressure. Don't hit me with this low and shit today, boy.
You stupid, bro. You breaking in schools, you too old for that. Way too old for that.
Griffith was arrested and is here on charges of grand theft, burglary, and trespassing.
What you in for? Breaking into school.
From a previous car theft.
Calvin Lloyd Griffin Jr. on page.
At a certain age,
bitches hit the floor, cry baby dipping low, looking like a centerfold. As for me, I'm sitting low, getting high on the go. She says she know how to roll, ho. Hop up in the road.
The crib is plenty of views up in my spot. Yeah, bitch ask me if it's lonely at the top. If it's lonely, then she gon' come through and she gon' give me top. Yeah, she said it. Fuck with me, you hit the news at 10 o'clock. Dog, I swear. At the crib is plenty of views up in my spot. Yeah, bitch ask me if it's lonely at the top. If it's lonely, then she gon' come through and she gon' give me top. Yeah, she said it. Fuck with me, you hit the news at 10 o'clock. Dog, I swear.
Heard it's lonely at the top. Rather be lonely than to drop. Rather be rolling in a drop. Rolling pot stop, I never stop. I met shorty at the spot and got her wetter than a mop. Got that wop, Now we on the plane flying to the traps. Hot, catching all the vibes and it's hitting in a strong way. Shorty got that backyard, my kids could play there all day. After that I grind hard, it's gonna be a long day, especially since I heard Kim divorcing Kanye.
The crib is plenty views up in my spot. Yeah, bitch ask me if it's lonely at the top. If it's lonely, then she gon' come through and she gon' give me top. Yeah, she said it. Fuck with me, you hit the news at 10 o'clock. Dog, I swear.
We're not hiding anything.
Inside Big Chief at 3rd Avenue and 74th Street in the Brooklyn community of Bay Ridge, an up-close talk with the owners selling marijuana inside.
21 other ideas in my